Welcome to Tour 3. Many children throughout the world receive presents around Christmas time. But it's not everywhere that Father Christmas brings them on Christmas Eve. Do you know who is expected in which country at Christmas time? Then match up the countries correctly.
From ancient Roman, Egyptian, Persian, Jewish and Germanic roots, Christmas has spread throughout the whole world. New stresses have been added everywhere. Click on the various Christmas figures if you want to find out more about this Christian festival. Piñata, Christmas cracker. Mexico's Indian heritage is to be found nowadays in the combination of two typical Christmas traditions, the posadas and the piñatas. Posada means inn, and is a nativity play that takes place in people's own homes. In front of the empty crib, one group plays the heartless innkeepers and the other the pilgrims seeking refuge. The search for accommodation for the night for the Holy Family turns into an amusing game for children who are blindfolded. A decorated clay pot, the piñata, hangs on a cord. One after another, the children try to smash the pot with a stick. If they're successful, fruits, nuts and sweets fall out of it. Christkind, the Christ child. The 24th of December, the day on which children open the last door of their Advent calendar, is the climax of the German Christmas festival. It's Christmas Eve. Parents tell their younger children that the Christ child himself decorated the Christmas tree, under which the presents are lying. In some families, the Christ child also rings a little bell before the children are allowed to enter the decorated living room.
People throughout the world like to celebrate festivals. However, the reasons for them are very varied. Which festival is celebrated where? All recognized correctly. What is the harvest festival called in the USA? In which country is Kodomonohi, Children's Day, celebrated? How often do the Olympic Games take place? You've answered everything correctly.
Everyone here knows that people in America like to eat their hamburgers in a hurry in a motor restaurant, known as a drive-in. However, the fact that you can also get into the pre-Christmas mood in a drive-in is a novelty. In Little Rock, America, there is now also a drive-in Christmas nativity scene. The idea came from the local parish. Almost 100 volunteers depict the story of the birth of Jesus in 9 tableaus, in the middle of a public car park. Against a background of music and sound effects, the Christmas story can be viewed as you drive past. The whole thing lasts no longer than eating a hamburger. It's all over in just under a quarter of an hour.
Do you know which country these breads come from? Click on the memory. First class, you found all the pairs. Do you know the countries in which they like eating these specialities? You're a born connoisseur.
If you get hungry, you can even print yourself some recipes and
Which speciality is on the menu in India? What is the name given to the Iranian way of preparing rice? Which bread comes from Brazil?
A therapeutic mud bath at a health farm normally costs a lot of money. This enjoyment is available completely free of charge in the Totumo volcano in Colombia. This volcano is 12 meters high, 2,400 meters deep, and full to the brim with health-giving mud. It's obvious that this kind of mudslinging can be a real pleasure. Or is it?
In which country do they pay with this money? Feed the piggy banks with the matching banknotes. In which country do they pay with this money? If you know the right answer, drag the banknotes with the mouse to the correct bank safe. What do the Greeks pay with? Which money is legal tender in Poland? What do the Thais pay with? Which money do the Argentines use? Which currency is accepted in Saudi Arabia?
On Gomera, the sparrows are not the only ones who whistle news from the roofs. The inhabitants of this small island in the Canaries also often chat to one another by whistling. In fact, finger whistling is a very old custom on Gomera, because the whistles are audible over a much greater distance than any shouts. Long before the invention of the telephone, the farmers and shepherds communicated in a whistling language over distances of up to 3 kilometres. Although the Gomeros speak Spanish in everyday life, lately it's been necessary for school children in particular to practice finding the correct whistle note. That's because, no joke, on Gomera, whistling is on the timetable as a school subject.
Although one can only visit the Skelligs in summer, Valencia Island itself is full of ancient remains, from beehive huts to standing stones.
Many different languages are spoken throughout the world. Do you recognise them? Click on the key with the arrow pointing to the right to start the radio broadcast.
平常你喜欢做什么？
我喜欢看书，你呢？
我也是。你喜欢看什么样的书呢？
That fits.
Although one can only visit the Skelligs in summer, Valencia Island itself is full of ancient remains, from beehive huts to standing stones. 350 million years ago, a tetrapod trailed out.
Well done.
На пляже в Ялте. Небо голубое, на горизонте появляются большие белые облака. Море довольно бурное.
Bravo!
على شاطئ الحمامات السماء زرقاء تجري في أفقها سحب كبيرة بيضاء والبحر معتدل الهيجان وريح قوية تهب على الشاطئ.
Wow!
Sur une plage près de Cannes. Le ciel est bleu. À l'horizon montent de gros nuages blancs. La mer est assez agitée et un vent fort balaie la plage. Allongés sur leur matelas, Monsieur et Madame Martin.
World class!
木村さん夫婦は有名な温泉保養地別府のあるホテルで朝食をとっています。
Wow! Top class!
The city awakens even before sunrise. The flea market dealers are putting up their stands on Green Market Square.
You know your way around perfectly. Click on the memory cards and find out where each script can be read. What is spoken in Brazil? Which language is spoken in India? What is spoken in Kenya? Where do they whistle instead of speaking? Which of these languages is an artificial one?
Saluton. Mia nomo estas Tomaso. Kun miaj gepatroj kaj gefratoj mi loĝas en Berlino. Mi estas 10-jara kaj iras en la 9. klason. Miaj hobioj estas aŭdi muzikon, legi librojn kaj veturi rulbreton. Krome mi havas literamikojn en Francio, en Japanio kaj en Benino. En la lernejo mi aparte ŝatas sporton.
The Kenyan, Mike Bugara, has demonstrated that a great deal can be made from some kinds of muck. It's well known that elephants are not a rarity in Kenya, but these huge grey giants also drop a lot of business behind them. This clever man from Kenya has proved that even this kind of waste can still be recycled profitably. He experimented with elephant dung until he discovered that paper can be made from it. He now uses this to manufacture maps and postcards. But don't worry, anyone who receives post from Kenya can be reassured. The greetings cards are, fortunately, absolutely odorless.
Here we are dealing with the Earth's great regions of desert. Do you know where they are? Then click on the required desert. A masterpiece! That went as quick as lightning. A really great performance. You know your way around perfectly. You're a really smart customer. Splendid. This Jeep is fully equipped for the desert. Do you know the name of the continent in which it is standing? The highway through Death Valley in California leads into the Sierra Nevada. Which is the biggest desert? Where is the biggest continuous area of sand on Earth? Which is the driest desert? Where is it hottest?
Really, everyone knows that foodstuffs should be handled carefully and gently. However, the inhabitants of the Italian village of Ivrea have apparently still not heard of that, because a spectacle of a special kind takes place there every year. On Shrove Sunday, the whole village joins in the world-famous Battle of Oranges. The residents band together into teams and arm themselves with vitamin-rich missiles. The fact that it can also be really hard fought is proved by the victims each year who need medical treatment for their broken noses, bruises, and broken bones. Several tons of oranges are consumed as ammunition during the battle, and at the end, the victorious team is chosen by the visitors. The injured and the vanquished are already fortifying themselves for the battle in the following year, probably with a vitamin-rich glass of orange juice.
Assemble the jigsaw pieces so that you can see at a glance the plates of the Earth's crust that really went like clockwork. Tip-top. That will take you a long way. Well chosen. That will take you a long way. It does you credit. Yes, indeed. Precisely. Bingo! Tip-top. What are the names of these climate zones? Drag the matching name to a really great performance. Absolutely accurate. Brilliant. Super! You've done it! Where is the highest waterfall in the world? Which is the biggest river delta? Which is the deepest ravine?
If you like it really cool, you'll find an attraction in Sweden that ought to be just to your taste. In winter each year, you can reserve a room in the Ice Hotel in Jukkasjärvi, a building that's built for only one season. 10,000 tons of ice and 30,000 tons of snow are needed to build the biggest igloo in the world. And it really has everything. There are not only hotel rooms, but also a church, a gallery, a cinema, and, of course, a polar bar. You even sleep in a bed made of ice. So it's no place for chilblains, because, of course, hot water bottles are absolutely prohibited. After all, the structure might end up melting. Now is the moment of truth. If you answered 20 questions correctly, you'll be enrolled into the Champions League of Do You Know the World? Best wishes. The questions are always presented one at a time. Click on Yes if the statement is correct. Click on No if the statement is incorrect. OK takes you to the next question. The Earth's crust consists of only one piece. Haiti is an island. The Wailing Wall can be seen in China. Tehran is the capital of Iraq. The Bermuda Islands are in the Pacific. The money in South Africa is called the rand. The Philippines are the nation with the most islands. The Argentines pay with pesos. The Japanese are paid in rupees. Lake Victoria is Africa's smallest lake. The Nile is Egypt's vital line of communication. The highest volcanoes on Earth are situated in the Caucasus. Tirana is the capital of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Antarctica is a continent. Asia is the biggest continent. Father Christmas is called Sinterklaas in the Netherlands. Crumpets are eaten in Brazil. Uruguay is a country in South America. The Grand Canyon is the deepest gorge in the world. The Gambia is the smallest state on the African mainland. Champion, champion, champion!
Do you know the other experts?